Hey all, Heat here, back for New York market analysis. Um, let's see what we have here. So on the 4 hour, what you can see is we pushed down quite heavily since yesterday. Today we came down. Honestly, I thought it was just gonna free fall, and I'll explain a little more on the 15-minute chart when we get there. But ultimately, we reacted off 4 hour demand, and within the 4 hour demand, a 15-minute demand. So we mitigated that 15-minute demand, reversed from there, and have been essentially pushing up ever since. So we go on the 15-minute. If we look at the 15-minute, the reason why I thought that it was just going to free fall is when I see these type of patterns where you have a push down, you have a distribution, another push, another leg down, another distribution, another leg down, another distribution, another leg down, and then here we had the pullback to the flip zone that pushed down even further. Honestly, I thought it was just going to continue to do that all the way down. But ultimately what happened is you can see on the left, we have a 15-minute demand here, perfectly mitigated the 50% of that. And then after that, V-shaped recovery up. There was a couple entries that could have been had on some of the flip zones. But for me, I actually took a risk entry at the bottom. So what do we have? And there's some other things I forgot to mention. When this price was pushing down further and further, I noticed later that we had this internal structure that created liquidity, which acted as inducement that was taken for the push up. We also had a 15-minute chalk on the way up. Order flow shifted bullish. I'm not sure how high it's going to go, but what I can say is we can clearly see that order flow is bullish and it could continue up higher. I'm not sure it's going to get to the targets that I'm looking for, which was the supply up here. Because for me, all of this is weak highs, at least today. But who knows? We have Powell speaking later. Maybe that could be a trigger for pushing the price up higher. So aside from that, what levels am I monitoring? This one is essentially the origin. The higher the Asia range. So this could be a potential area where we start to see pullbacks. I'm not sure it's going to be a complete reversal because, as I said, I'm looking for price to go up higher. But we could see temporary retracements, maybe down 50%, and then maybe pushing up higher after that. Or we have Powell speaking, and then we have complete fuckery in the market. Whipsaws both ways, eventually pushing the market one way or the other, preferably to the upside. And that's really it for the levels I'm monitoring. Nothing really clean on the 15-minute. As you can see, everything's been mitigated on the way up. On the 4 hour, did we have anything in the 4 hour? Yeah, potentially we could say this huge range is the new 4-hour demand. But no, honestly, we're just above it. it's not going to take much to come down back into that range and mitigate it. It would only be meaningful if we get a little higher in the range. But yeah, still not so clear what's going to happen when Powell speaks. I'm guessing we'll probably see 20, 30 pip whipsaws. And then eventually it'll go in the direction that it wants to go. And yeah, if we do break this, I may look for continuation pullbacks. This could act as a flip zone that we could look at for taking longs up if it breaks it. But again, it depends on the timing, because once Powell speaks, I think we're going to see a lot of movement. But that's about all I see for now. So just as a quick recap, so this is a Asia range high supply that I'm thinking is most likely we'll see a reaction from, and probably a pullback from. But again, we have Powell speaking later on, and it could cause a lot of volatility in the market, at least temporarily, before we see the price move in the intended direction. So as I said, I probably won't be trading New York. I took the risk entry from down here and have taken it up. My TP is right in between these two supply zones. Hopefully it gets hit soon. And then once that trade is closed, I'll probably get off the charts. Maybe check from time to time. But probably won't be trading the rest of the day. Anyways, good luck with your trading for those of you that are trading. And as usual, if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to comment below, and I'll get to them as soon as I can. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.